I carried my son on my shoulders for the final mile back to camp, softly humming in an effort to distract him from the growing hunger gnawing at us both. But when we stepped into the clearing, everything was gone. No tents, no vehicles, no people, just a single note, pinned under a rock on the weathered picnic table. This is for the best. Trust me, her handwriting. My wife had abandoned us. We weren't sick. We weren't broken. And maybe that's what made it worse. I loved her. Elise, stunning, brilliant, sharper than she once was. But after 10 years together, love changes shape. She was colder lately. But I thought that was just time. We had our boy, Leo. 10 years old and still believing every word his mother said was gospel. She'd organized this whole trip, said it was a reunion with her old college friends, some with families of their own. I didn't question it. I figured Leo could use the time outdoors. I remember her kiss that morning, too slow, too soft. It lingered like a farewell, wearing a disguise. But I didn't realize it then. When we got back and found the place deserted, I convinced myself it was a joke. Maybe they were off collecting wood or playing a prank. But the fire pit was cold. Tire tracks marked the dirt, fresh and undeniable. The food bin was cleaned out. Our backpacks, gone. Even Leo's inhaler was missing. Then I saw the note again. 7 words, each one a blade in my chest. Leo looked up at me and asked, "Where's Mom?" I told him she wanted to get more supplies. And he believed me, because kids believe. That night, I cried silently while Leo slept curled beside me, his ribs sharp under his shirt, his breath shallow. By the 3rd day, I was done grieving. I started thinking, planning, surviving. But that wasn't the remarkable part. Survival is instinct. I caught squirrels, boiled moss, and shaped bark to collect rainwater. I stretched every crumb, made every drop last. Leo didn't know we were meant to die out there. He thought it was an adventure. It wasn't until day 10 that I found a signal. But I didn't call emergency services. I called my lawyer. Elise had been one step ahead. The week before the trip, she quietly drained our joint accounts. She told friends I was distant, unstable, probably ran off with Leo. She even filed a missing persons report after she left us. I needed proof, not pity. I needed them to believe their version of me. I needed them to feel safe, to drop their guard. So I waited. 3 more days passed before I led Leo out of the woods to the nearest ranger station. I played the part. Shattered father, survivor, barely clinging to composure. Everyone bought it. I didn't tell Elise we were alive. Not yet. Instead, my attorney subpoenaed the financial records, pulled GPS data, tracked the burner phone Elise used to message her friends that it was done. The cracks formed quickly. Kayla, one of her old friends, was the first to break. A little wine, a little guilt, and everything poured out in an email. I made sure to accidentally BCC both Elise's employer and the police. The plan had been simple. Let nature finish the job. Wolves, cold, starvation, whatever came first. Elise wanted full custody, financial freedom, a fresh start. I was just an obstacle. Leo was leverage. Her friends helped. They believed her when she painted me as a danger. Now, they were co-conspirators. I didn't threaten them. I just sent each one a photo. Not of me, of Leo. Smiling, alive, holding up that day's newspaper. A subtle message. Ghosts don't stay buried. Then I waited. When Elise opened her front door, she was still in her robe. Smudged mascara, hollow eyes. Her breath caught when she saw me. "Where's Leo?" she asked, voice cracking. "He's safe," I replied. "He still asks why you left." She reached for me. I took a step back. No. I let silence do what words couldn't. Let press down on her like judgment. Eventually, she crumbled. "It wasn't supposed to go that far," she whispered. "They said you just get scared and come back, not disappear." I smiled. Not fully, just enough to show teeth. "You abandoned your son in the wilderness. You signed his death certificate with a marker and a stone. Now you'll face what you tried to avoid." 10 minutes later, the police arrived. They already had her confession. She never noticed Kayla's camera in the corner. capturing everything. Elise screamed as they cuffed her, pleaded, claimed she was manipulated, afraid, the real victim. I didn't blink. Kayla struck a deal. The others scrambled for lawyers and turned on each other. Elise took the brunt. Attempted murder, criminal conspiracy, child endangerment. Leo? He thinks his mom went away because she got sick. Maybe in a way that's true. I relocated us. New names, new jobs, new school, new lives. Sometimes, Leo asks if we'll ever go camping again. I tell him maybe, but I know the answer. Not for a long time. Each night, I double-check the locks. Not out of fear, because vengeance changes you. You survive the wild, but the wild doesn't leave you. And sometimes, I miss the silence of being hunted.